Hi, I'm George from Fast Car, and today we're doing Vintage Car of the Month on this lovely looking Escort. With this Escort, it's got a little bit of a hidden secret. So to find out what that is, let's go and chat to the owner. So this is Liam from Stolton Engineering, and this is your Mk3 Escort. Liam, how long have you owned it?
Owned the shell for about 9 or 10 years, but it's only been finished and on the road for probably a couple of years now.
Okay. And from the outside, to the untrained eye, it looks fairly stock, but obviously there's something in that car that's very special. So should we go and take a look under the bonnet?
Yeah, sure.
So that's definitely not a 1.3 CVH.
No, far from it really. Still could technically class it as a 1.3.
But that's a good clue, that is. So two 1.3s bolted together.
Yeah.
It's obviously a rotary engine.
It's Mazda RX-8 engine with a big turbo strapped to it, pretty much.
Okay, so why did you go down that route?
Originally I built the car so it was built on a budget. I bought a complete RX-8 as a donor car, put everything that I could from the RX-8 into this, and then went from there really.
Yeah, so it wasn't the case, I mean, we were chatting off camera of buying an RX-8 and then dumping an Escort shell on it. It's a complete custom fabricated job. So as you say, you've tried to put as much of the Mazda
in it, but without using anything of the Mazda shell really. But yeah, it's worked out quite well.
And you reckon you spent how much on this car?
Originally when I built it, when it was naturally aspirated, it probably owed me about £3,000.
You've done everything on the car but the paint, but you did the prep.
Yep, the prep. Just had a good friend of ours paint the outside of it on a Saturday. Now the turbo and everything's on, probably 10 grand now, but
it certainly went out the window.
Yeah, budget went out the window, but it's certainly been worth it. So
let's talk about the engine in a bit more detail. What turbo is it?
It's a GTX 3582R, all custom manifolds, all made in-house by ourselves.
And the other modifications on the engine?
Engine is stock apart from having goopy apex seals just to handle the boost a bit better, and then just the general uprated coil packs.
But this obviously doesn't look standard either.
No, that's a RX-8 alloy radiator and a big front mount intercooler, which you can't actually see. And then it's on a Haltech Elite 1500 ECU.
Yeah, and you've got some nice Gucci parts in there. You've got your Greddy, HBS oil filter, Turbo Smart.
Wastegate, yeah.
Wastegate down there, so it must make some nice noises.
Yeah, definitely.
Run the noises. So what kind of horsepower is this running?
Just been mapped. It's running 302 horsepower at the wheel, so equals about 350 at the engine at 10 psi boost.
And that's quite, safe.
Yeah, it's definitely safe. The mapper has said to me you could probably push it to around 14 psi if you want to. In a light little car like this, it's more than enough. So
going on to that, do you know how much it weighs?
Pretty much bang on a ton.
Ah, okay.
Before I had all the turbo kit and everything on, I had it on a weighbridge and it weighed 980 kilos, I think it was. So with the turbo kit on, it's probably just over. But
that makes it easy to work out how much it is per ton.
Yeah,
bhp
exactly.
Per ton. And 300 bhp per ton's pretty
good. Yeah.
All right, so let's move around to the side of the car and then just have a chat about the exterior. So Liam, start with the tyres. So you've got the Advan 8008s on there. Quite a nice tyre. Is that because you wanted to keep it Japanese?
Yes and no. Mainly good all-round street tyre, plenty of grip, and kind of a semi-slick.
And the wheels, you've got a nice big Mercedes badge on here.
Yes.
So they have some kind of van?
They are Mercedes Vito steel wheels. Originally 6.5J, 16-inch. Had them banded. The fronts are now 7.5 and the rear runs 8.5.
Was it by coincidence that it sort of gives it that sort of stock look?
I wanted to keep it a sleeperish stock looking from the outside, and it was function as well because of the rear end that's in it. I needed something with a high offset wheel, so these fit the need really.
So now we talk about the engine, the wheels, and obviously Mk3 Escort was when they went from rear wheel drive to front wheel drive, and that you've gone from front wheel drive to rear wheel drive.
Yep. It's still running the Mazda RX-8 transmission, power plant frame, and complete RX-8 rear subframe and suspension. Just trying to keep it as a nice handling package, using all factory newer Mazda stuff. Worked well, really.
Yeah, gearbox as well.
5-speed manual still. Out of the RX-8, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, should we have a look inside?
Yeah.
Liam, inside, you've got your flock dash.
Yeah.
Haltech
IC7 digital dash.
code steering wheel.
Yep.
Bucket seats. Very nice. What's this twiddly thing down here?
That is the bias regulator for the rear brakes, so how much pressure the rear brakes has on your pedal.
And these,
You got the reservoirs on the dash for clutch, rear and front brakes.
and down there, that's obviously definitely not the standard pedals.
No, far from it.
So how come you feared those?
Because of factory, they're hanging pedal box off of the bulkheads. Having the tunnel there was just fouling everything, so I had to put a bias pedal box in it to solve that issue.
And then gear lever,
Handbrake.
then handbrake, original RX-8.
Still the RX-8, give it a little bit of the RX-8 feel in here.
The indicators are that's definitely Ford.
Yeah, definitely Ford still.
90s Ford, 80s Ford. Oh, and you got your windy window.
Windy windows, no electric in there.
That's just save weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basic, keep it easy.
So this car's purpose, what would you say is a bit of fun, a bit of track, or?
I built it really just for a bit of fun. Don't plan on tracking it just because of the reliability side of things on the engine. It's just a fast road car, really.
Cool. So you got your nice spoiler here. What's this one off?
That's off a RS1600i, same as the front lip.
Right, okay. Pop the back up, and that's one hell of a roll cage. I'm assuming you made that as well.
Yeah, all made in-house and tied a lot of it into the rear subframe mounting points just to give the car back its structure like it should do, really.
You obviously also got your fuel cell in here.
Yep.
What's this bad boy?
That is a AEM water methanol injection kit. Rotaries are prone for intake temperature issues, so that just makes it a safer tune and a lot safer on the engine.
You've got your suspension turrets coming through the back here. What suspensions are you running?
They are the Mazda RX-8 HSD coilovers, mounted in how they would be factory in the RX-8 as well, just obviously everything made around the Escort body, really.
Okay, and then the front suspension.
That is a bit of mix and match of all Ford. Original Ford Escort gas coilovers on the front, Sierra front hubs, custom lower arms, custom anti-roll bar. Yeah, I think that's about it. All polyworked.
So when you come to build something like that, is it like just guesswork, or is it a bit of both?
When I first built it, the front suspension didn't work very well. I didn't have much steering lock, and that's when I changed to the Sierra hubs, which helped a lot because being a rear-wheel drive platform already, it had the correct geometry and everything like that to make it all work.
And one of the things I absolutely love about this car is the exhaust. It all gives a little bit of a throwback to what would be put on these cars in the 80s and 90s. Of course, all that echo look.
Yeah, kept it that RS Turbo sort of style that everyone knows and loves, really.
And they talk about the styling of the car. It's got a bit of a sleeper-esque about it, isn't it? So, yeah, you've got the spoiler and the front lip, but the rest of it is sort of kind of understated, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Well, thanks for that. Should we get it out on the road?
Sure.
Off we go. You're not going to kill me, are you, Liam?
No, I'm not going to kill you today.
I'm very rarely getting other people's cars these days. I've just learned over the years. So, at what point does the sort of boost come in on this?
About 3,500.
Yeah. And Guy Martin's sat in here, isn't he?
He has indeed. Yeah.
So you've had some famous people in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of poke. And the noise, that distinctive rotary.
Yeah.
So what is it like to drive? Is it good fun?
Yeah, good fun. And when you want it to be cruising, it's alright to be fair, like it's really comfy. So.
But you got no radio. What if I want to listen to Smooth FM?
I got the noise of the rotary.
Well, that is better than Smooth FM. Definitely. So going back to that Guy Martin thing, so that was because you won an award, is that right?
Yes, Snap-on car of the show, and then they've done it on a limited edition toolbox run.
You probably haven't had this time, but do you know what a sort of rough 0 to 60 would be, or?
No idea.
No idea. Fast is the answer. And it does seem to stick to the road pretty well as well.
Yeah, it handles well.
With those tyres. You've got some great roads around it to take active advantage of the car. So
do a lot of B-road bashing, as they say.
So how old are you now, Liam?
I'm 27.
27. And you've got quite a cool car history, haven't you? I mean, back in the old day, back in the print magazine of Fast Car, I first featured your Fiesta, and you did an engine swap on that because that was a Mark II Fiesta?
Mark II Fiesta, yeah, with a Focus ST170 custom supercharger setup. Yeah.
So, blimey, and that was a quick car. And again, it's like this one, built to a really high standard. Gorgeous looking thing. And now you built this, and you've got some other projects on the go as well.
I've got another one lined up, track car, so she'll...
Are they going to get progressively more crazy?
Probably, no, me, probably.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get in the next one. It's like what got you into the car, as you said, it was your brother, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's always been into cars, and when I was younger and that, he was at cars, and it just kind of progressed from there, really.
You're not really selling any particular make. I know your last two cars have been Fords, but
all makes interest me, really. So I work on a lot of variety as well. So it's I'm not fussed, really.
Oh no, unrestricted, bro. Yep. It definitely feels like 300 bhp per tonne, Liam. Maybe a bit more.
I can see you getting a bit nervous with your feet running.
I am, yeah. I was hitting the brake. I was hitting the imaginary brake pedal a few times there. And this is what I don't often get in people's cars. I know you can pedal a bit, so I feel safe.
Feel a bit more safe.
Yeah. I'm not scared, honestly.
You're not scared.
What's your favourite modification on it, apart from just the engine swap?
Probably the turbo. It just transformed the car completely.
Yeah.
Before it was all right, but it wasn't that quick.
Yeah.
But it's night and day difference. It's wow.
Yeah. So you're saying you're pretty much double power.
Well, yeah, it has pretty much double power. So
we're going on the dual carriageway now. We get there.
Yeah.
70 mile an hour top speed. Okay, you remember that?
Yeah. Don't break the law.
I break the law. It probably feels a lot slower when you've got a big lump like me in it. I probably added 20% to the weight of the car. That the rear end steps out at all, or is it pretty?
It's pretty planted, to be fair. Pretty grippy.
Nice bit of oversteer there. I guess you could turn it into a drift car.
Could do,
Could we?
Not that it'll last very long on the engine in it, but
you say you're on 3 engines, aren't you?
This is the 3rd, yeah.
The second one didn't really count.
No, because it was a dud engine that I bought, so.
And you rebuilt this one, didn't you? Oh yeah, they had to have it rebuilt again.
Yeah. The guy who mapped it at MAP Performance, Motorsport Performance, up in Leeds, he's the one that built the engine and mapped it.
So now you should be good to go.
Fingers crossed.
Home sweet home.